Hi, I'm Victoria Vicelli. I'm the lactation consultant and infant feeding specialist over here at Emerald Doulas. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today, but I wanted to go ahead and answer one of the questions that was asked before I left town. And the question is how to build milk supply of breast milk for use when you return to work. So this is one of the most common questions that I get, this concern about how we're going to have the freezer stashed to go back. So first thing, my pumping rule is pump what you need, donate what you don't, live your life. Try to figure out how much milk you actually need in the freezer so that you can live well and go to work with low stress, but not so much so that you're spending your entire maternity leave pumping constantly. So what I usually recommend is to wait about 2.5 weeks if all things are going well and there's no need to supplement and thus no need to pump in the early days. It's better if we just kind of let things be, let your physical system kind of balance out. And then what I recommend is that you do, if you are returning to work and bottles are important in your family, that you do 1 to 2 bottles a week, starting at 2.5 weeks. As a postpartum doula, I see a lot of value in taking some of that bottle stress out. And if you watch my paced bottle feeding video, then you can learn how to do that correctly and not interrupt going back and forth. And so what I recommend is that usually people feel a little bit fuller and production tends to be highest in the morning. So go ahead and feed that baby usually there's a feeding sometime between 9 and 11. And after that feeding, go ahead and pump and do that regularly every day, every other day, kind of depending on your schedule. And that's a good time to express milk. And even if you don't get a lot the first time you do it, as you get more practiced and as your body understands that there's pumping to be done at that time of day, your production at that time of day will start to go up a little bit. And then that goes into the freezer and a little bit into those 1 or 2 bottles a week to get baby in habit so that they will take those bottles when you go back. If you have any more questions, be sure to let me know. And also, pumping milk storage and going back to work class is on October 11th. Come and check it out. I'll tell you all about which pumps to get, what accessories you need, how to make a plan, how to store your milk, all of that. Take care.